Hey guys, I wanted to give you a little bit of explanation if you are absent so that you know what to work on your generations project. If you are going to be gone on the 16th or the 17th, that's next Wednesday or Thursday, you are going to give your presentation using a Flipgrid that I will post later. But I still want you to be working on it and making progress on it because what we're doing in class the next 3 days is just working on it and practicing it. So I'm going to give you some tips for what you need. So your first thing to do is to go to Google Classroom for today, and you'll see that there are instructions. So let's look at those first. The first thing we need to do is look at project examples and discuss requirements. So let's go down a little bit and click on the Generations Project link, which I've put under today, and take a look at those requirements. Some of these you've already taken care of. I hope you've got an interview done. If so, the first page we can skip. Those are all the interview questions. Page 2, stage 1 is the interview. Again, you've completed that. Our presentation date is going to be on the 16th or the 17th, just depending when your name gets drawn. Look at the requirements. It's 2 to 4 minutes in length. You need a visual aid. This could be digital like Google Slides or a Prezi, or you can make a real actual poster. And you can include pictures from the time period or other pictures that someone may have given you with their interview. And then you'll include both information from your interview and researched information about the time period or the historical event. So how you'll do this if you record your presentation is you'll record yourself speaking on Flipgrid, and then you'll turn in your slides to go with it so that I can listen and look at your slides at the same time. All right. Now, a possible way to organize this, I'm going to pop up right now. This is just one way. So you might start with a title slide where you would speak your introduction here. Then you might give a slide or two that gives information about your interviewee, the person you interviewed. Tell about their life, where they grew up, what their childhood was like. This might be a good place to put similarities and differences of how they grew up and how you grew up. Then you'll put some slides about historical information, maybe 2 or 3, maybe more, maybe less. That is up to you. And then the next slide, I put advice/other. So this could be anything like advice that they have for the next generation, other interesting things that they told you. Whatever is left that you didn't find a great spot for yet can go right here. And then your final slides should be a conclusion where you connect your presentation to the essential question, which is how does a different generation help us remember the past? And you can add things to that, like what value it has. And then last is your MLA citations, which I will talk about in just a moment. So these are the basics of how your presentation might look. Okay. Going down a little ways on the presentation rubric, since you're not in class, you won't get to participate in the critique and practice, but I do encourage you to practice it a few times on your own. We'll do a reflection if we have time. Not sure about that yet. And those are the graded portion, but this is your main grade. You get 75 points for your presentation itself. So you get 15 points for content. This on the left is the state standard. Over here, it is in friendly language for you. So to get all points, you need to present a variety of information about your interviewee, along with researched information about the events they discussed. You need to include interesting details and not focus on only 1 or 2 events. This is not a presentation all about 9/11 or all about JFK's assassination. Talk about a multitude of things and then answer the essential question as well. Oh, bear with me as I scroll down again. All right, so the second thing you want to look at is your presentation skills. Do you face the audience and make eye contact and speak with appropriate volume and pace? For your research skills, I'm just checking on your MLA format of your last slide. Okay, so we'll talk about that in a minute. And then you need to have a clear and natural introduction, middle, and conclusion. And your visuals need to be helpful to your presentation. And you don't read from your slides or your poster. Those just guide you and give you the key points. So I am about done with this one, and I will post part 2 MLA citations here in just a minute. So stay tuned.